how we can customize the Spring Security. Now we are going to see the updated version of that. Before that, there are two things that are asked along with it, and I have discussed these things in the somewhat topics. Maybe I think I have told you about SQL injection attack, right? In input box, you have to write query like that. So we'll see something like how we can actually make the things work without any problem. So for Spring Security, the Spring dependency is enough in all the ways. Like you don't have to do anything. The next thing is, what if someone is trying to hack the message or value or API when your Spring already sent that API? Let's say this is a user here. This is a user here. Now what this user is doing, this user is using an application built over Spring Boot, front end anywhere, doesn't matter. Now this is person A, right? This is person A, and this is person B. Now they are using an application built using Spring Boot. Just take a case that they are using WhatsApp, and this person sent a message, right? This person sent a message, and message was having a text as, let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. So the message is this: let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. Now there is a hacker sitting in between of them. There is a hacker sitting in between of them, and I am talking about the time where there was very less security. I am talking about this less security because I have personally seen these things. When I did these hacking, there were very less security on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere it was very less. At that time, it was very easy to log into anyone's account. You just should know their mobile number. Let's say I know mobile number of all of you. You will have a Facebook account. Log in. So it was very easy. Now let's say there is a person in between. So we call that as man in the middle attack. Generally it is MITM attack. Man in the middle. Now what this person did, this person, or technically this person is nothing, this person is a hacker. So this person actually saw this message. I'm not talking about any security. There is no security. So this hacker sent, this person A sent a message to person B that let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. Now this hacker wants to meet person B. So what this hacker did, hacker changed the message. Hacker changed the message, and he has written, let's meet at the cafe let's meet at the cafe at 3 p.m. Now this person B will see the message, and he will trust, or he or she, whatever, will trust that person A is sending me this message, and the person A is calling at cafe at 3 p.m. So person A will reach at cafe at 5 p.m. But at that time, work done, right? At that time, this person B will have a meet with the hacker. How to protect the communication? And it is not a theoretical thing. Whatever I'm telling you, it used to be there, right? This hacking and all those things, now we have a lot of security. Now also there is no security. I have proved it. I have shown you the Talkin app. One app I have shown you. I have shown one app. Remember, go back, throw back to the classes. I have shown one app here in the database, messages, everything I have shown you, like how you can read the messages and all, right? So nothing is security now, but you can understand that there is a bit security. That okay, fine. The next is how to protect this communication now. So when developers, or you can call scientists and all those peoples, so when they talked over it, they found a way in between. What they did, they found a way in between, that okay, let's try to protect this communication. How they will be protecting this communication now? So what they did is very simple thing they did, that let's encrypt this thing. Let's encrypt this thing. And that particular process is called cryptography. So technically, we are studying here cryptography. What we are studying? Cryptography. 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 Don't think that it is related to cryptocurrency. That is different. Right? This is a simple term here. So we will see that cryptography is a method of protecting the communication between two users, or more than two users, by converting by converting the plain text into ciphertext, and vice versa. So after that, this secured, like developers noticed that there is someone in between who is hacking the message, and changing the time of meeting at cafe. So they introduced cryptography, and I remember that this cryptography came around 2011, 12, and 13, something like that. It came. So I have read it actually. I At that time I was not also that much good in this all this stuff. So cryptography came in around 2011, 12, 13, and around 13, 14 it got implemented everywhere. So cryptography means all the things will be same, right? All the things will be same, but with a little change. What will be that change? Now also person A is sending the message that let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. But the message is not written in this way. The message is not written in this way. Then how message is written? So there is a some format change. This is a plain text. First you have to understand what is plain text and what is cipher text, or you call it cipher text. So at first we'll see what is plain text. Plain text can be defined as the human readable or writable text. Plain text means human can read that, human can write that. Plain text, it is very plain text. So plain text can be defined as human readable or writable text. Cipher text means cipher text is a converted text. Ciphertext is a converted text which is hardly understood by which is hardly understood by user, by human beings. That's it. Now, ciphertext you can't understand, right? As a human, you can't understand. There are some hashing algorithms. There are some hashing algorithms that are used to convert a plain text into into ciphertext and vice versa. Vice versa means ciphertext to plain text. Example, example like MD5. MD5 is algorithm. SHA1 is algorithm. RS25 is algorithm. And these three are common one, out of which I have personally worked with MD5 and SHA1. Let me show you a glimpse actually. So plain text to MD5. Now you will be getting a question that if we can directly generate this. So let's say here I will write let's meet at cafe at sharp 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. whatever. This is the equivalent MD5 value. This is the equivalent MD5 value. It means that now let's say this is person A sending this message. So this message will not travel like this. This message will be converted into a ciphertext. So this was one solution that engineer decided that now we will send the message in a encrypted format. And now this particular process is called encryption. What this process is called? Encryption. So this particular process is called encryption. Encryption. Now person B is also a human being. He or she can't read that text. Now because there is the same software, if they are using WhatsApp, person B is also using WhatsApp, that message will be converted to plain text again. So this was a solution that they decided in starting. Now this will be converted to a same message as let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. Now you were able to make good request like this. Same message is transferring now. But hacker is hacker. Generally, it is a continuous evaluation. When I was into hacking also, so generally seniors will always suggest you. So one of my seniors suggested me that hacking is not a knowledge. It's never a knowledge. It is ever a do or die rule. So he gave a very good example that whenever you are in a forest, there is a lion, there is a lion and there is a deer, animal, wild animal. Both has to run daily. Every single day, both of them has to run. A lion has to run to fulfill his hunger, and a deer has to run to save his her life. The one who is running fast will be the winner. Same is in the field of hacking also. Daily, every single day, you have to run. It's not a knowledge. Let's say you went into a forest, you told a deer that run in this way. A lion will not come in this way. What if lion decided to come in that way only? Dear is finished. So hacking or security is not a knowledge, it is a continuous process. If you are thinking that, let's say today I build a security unit, after 10 years, or forget about 10 years, after 10 days it will be secure. No, never. Never. Continuously there is a evolution, because hacker is also human being. If you are trying to find a way to secure, he will find a way to hack. So this was a way that lasted for multiple time, like man much time. And this process, when cipher text is getting converted to plain text, this process called decryption. This process is called decryption, encryption and decryption. Plain text, cipher text. You might face these questions in interview. What is encryption? Encryption doesn't mean applying security. No. Encryption means when a plain text is getting converted to cipher text. And decryption means when a cipher text is getting converted to a plain text. Now, hacker got in a very bad state. What is this happening? I am not able to hack them. So what this hacker did, because at that time encryption and decryption was not known to the hacker. Then hacker said, what is this message AC52A7DE6344F3? I can't read it, this message. What this hacker did after that, okay, I'm not able to read the message, let's write another message. You are not able to read this message, so no problem, no need to read, delete the entire message and write our own message. So what we did, this particular part is not there. Again, hacker hacked the system. And how hacker hacked this time, that this message came to the hacker. Whatever the actual message is doesn't matter, right? Whatever the actual message is doesn't matter. Just this message came to hacker. Hacker deleted the message, and I have shown this how you can delete the message of someone, and you can do it. Let me show you again how this is done. So this is one of application that I already shown you. In that, I'll show you some messages, right? I just get it load first. There are some chat list and some messages are there. So what I will do is I will delete all the previous messages, right? So that whenever a new message is coming, you can see that. Now you can say that I am the admin of this particular, so I can easily do this. But as a hacker, it's very easy to step into any applications, right? I'll show you, just give me a minute. So now let me delete one more app so that we can easily understand. Now there are only two messages. What I will, only one message is there. Now what I will do is, just give me a minute. So this is a one of message, where message can be anything, right? Where message can be anything. So the message is this smiling emoji, or let's say hate you message. Now I can easily convert this message to any particular message. Let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. Changed. Now doesn't matter, you are refreshing the session, nothing, it will be there. What we did, we changed the message, because it is in available in plain text only. Let's meet at cafe at 5 p.m. So what these hackers started doing, that they have written the custom message. They don't know what is this message. Delete the entire message. If you are not able to read it, delete this entire message and write another message that you want to write. So you have written a message. Let's meet at park today at 5 p.m. Now hacker did one thing, that this was the time when hacker did one extra thing. Again, it came into the notice. It is the time around 2000, kind of 15, 16, not exactly remembered. So when they know that now hacker can hack the decryption encryption also, like they are deleting the entire message. He is not able to change the message or message time. He is able to delete the entire message and write another message. Then again they decided something to do something, but before that let's write about encryption and decryption. Encryption. So what is encryption? Encryption is a process where plain text is getting converted or is converted into ciphertext. This is called encrypted data. Then you got decryption. Then what you got? Decryption. Decryption is a process where ciphertext converts to plain text. And what is plain text and ciphertext? We have already seen here, right? This is our plain text and this is ciphertext. Now, after this, what security they applied? What security they applied? Because now hacker is able to do the hacking again. Because it was a endless game. Daily you have to run. There is no other choice. So what scientists or like developers, what they did? They said, okay, now we are applying one more layer of security. We are applying one more layer of security. And what layer of security they are applying? Let's see that. Now
This
what
meeting
they
is
have
being
done is,
recorded.
let's say, okay, if A is sending some message, by message I means any data. By message I means any data. Anand, you have my mobile number? Okay, right. You have, right? Okay, no, Anand will write. Because we have to play with Anand. Arre, no problem. I am just asking you to write my number and send something to me on WhatsApp. Send. Whatever. Any picture. Okay, send any picture. Come here. 630 double four double four double four double. Let me type. Okay, now I will show you some kind of, like, for online peoples, obviously we can't show, but I will tell you what I did. Right? There are so many. You said something. These are like last days going on. So be frank. Say yes. What are you saying? Girls, no problem. So what this person one is sending, just I want to show these things in reality. I want to show these things in reality, that how this is getting done, how data is getting changed, right? So what I will do is I'll do something that let him send it first. So the person one send a message, that something message, let's meet today. Let's meet tomorrow, not today. So let's meet tomorrow. So person one has written this message that let's meet tomorrow. Send a photo, man. Any photo. Any good morning, hello, hi, whatever. So this person one had sent a message, let's meet tomorrow. Okay. So person one has sent this message. Now there is a hacker sitting in between of this communication. Slowly, talk slowly. So again, it's the man in the middle attack, or he is the man in the middle. Man in the middle. Technically, he is a hacker. Now, what scientists or developers decided, that this time we will do two things. This time we will do two things. First, the message will not go like this. It will go in the encrypted format only. The message will travel in the encrypted format only. Whatever the encrypted format is, let's say this is the encrypted format. Right? Just consider that this is the encrypted format. Last time, the hacker was able to delete the message and write a new custom message. Right? Okay. Now, what it has done, then let's encrypt this with a key. Let's encrypt this with a key also. So, what key? So, what they actually did is they have applied a key over it. What they have done, they have applied a key over it. Leave it. So let's say there is a, that we are sending this message with a lock and key. That's it. Really, it is like that we will send this message as a key. Now, let's say person one had sent this message to person B. Now, hacker is trying to delete the message and write, but no, you can't even open this message now. You can't even open this message now. This method is not implemented, by the way. It was in research topic that okay, we will do like this, but there was a problem. Then later they have some implementation and they did. Now this person B also need to open the lock. This person B also will open the lock. How this person B will open the lock? Person B or person 2 should have that same key. How you will send that key? Again over internet. So hacker will take that key and open the lock. So again, this was not a completely feasible idea, but it got implemented. It got implemented. How it got implemented? For that, there were two kind of keys. There were two kind of keys. First one was the public key and second one was the private key. And please remember this concept, as this is used now. All those previous two methods are already outdated, like zero security there. This method is used. So each and every person will have a public key and the private key, and there is a Let me first tell you what is public key and private key. So there is something as public key. So name is already telling its meaning, right? Name itself is telling the meaning that it's a public key. Any user in the system can have a knowledge about it. So public key is known to all the user available in the system. Public key is known to all the users available in the system. Now, is there any problem in this? So the answer is no, there is no problem in this, right? There is no problem in this. There, because we have a private key as well. Because we have a private key as well. Now, the name is itself suggesting private key. Private key is known to only the owner. Let's say I am a trainer in Naresh IT. I am having two mobile numbers. One is given to all the students that okay, you can communicate to me over this, but I will switch off that number after 8 p.m. But my personal number where my friends and my family can communicate to me, that is open every time. So that is some kind of public key and private key. And in security, there is a method, you can say. In security, a message which is encrypted, using public key can be decrypted by using private key only. And if a message is encrypted, by private key, then then it can be decrypted by public key only. So it's vice versa. Public key only. Now you have 2 minutes to think. Now person one wants to send this message. Let's meet tomorrow. By the way, person two is also having two keys. One is public key and second one is private key. Now you have 2 minutes to think that person one wants to send this message. Let's meet tomorrow. He want to send this message to person 2. There are 4 key available. Person 1's public key and private key and person 2's public key and private key. Which key the person 1 will use? Think and tell me. You can have a discussion but in a very low voice. Think again. The communication will be like that. A public key encrypted message can be only opened by a private key. Now, which key it will be used here? Yes, got it? Okay, let me tell you. I will tell you all the use case here. The first use case is the person one can use his public key to encrypt the message. Public key can be a string, it can be a number, it can be anything. It can be any particular character, int value, string value. Okay, message encoded. When this message is now hacker can't open this because hacker don't have the key. When this message is going to person 2, when this particular is thing is going to person 2, what will happen after that? Person 2 also has to open this thing, right? Person 2 also has to open this thing, right or no? Right? Very good. So that is fine. Now, public key can only be opened by private key. Now, this is the public key of person 1. So, the public key of person 2 only is required. Required or not? Now, person 1 has to send his private key over internet. No, we can't use the public key of person 1. Let's use private key this time, right? Let's use private key this time. Okay, this time we are using the private key of person A. We are using the private key of person A. Okay, message got encrypted. Here, conversation done. After that conversation, what actually happened is hacker is not able to open it now because hacker don't have key. And private key can only be opened by public key. Whose public key? Person 1. So person 1's public key is known to all. So hacker also know the public key of person A? No, right? So hacker can again open. So we can't use any key of person 1. No, because in one case anybody can see, in second case we can't see the message. Now let's try to use the private key of B. So what this A did, can A send any message by using the private key of B? No. Why? Because it's the private key of person 2. You don't have any information about it. So the best and the applicable method, the best and the applicable method is the public key of person 2 or the person to whom you are sending a message. Now the public, this person will use the public key of person 2 to send the message. This message will go exactly to person 2. The message is encoded by using which key? Public key. So it can only be unlocked by private key. Whose private key? Whose private key? Person 2. And person 2 has his private key. It is having or not? So he can directly open the message. Now this hacker is, if even this hacker is trying to steal the information, what he need here? The private key of person 2, and the private key is not available, right? The private key is not available here to use, right? It is not available to use. So which key is used now? Yes, which key is used? And now you should answer this question. The public key of the receiver. In the communication, which key is used? The public key of the receiver, so that he can decrypt the message by using his own private key, right? By using his own private key. Got it the idea or not? So just give me 2 minutes. I'm doing something. Guys, stop talking for a minute. Hey, stop talking. Okay, so let's do one thing. Now we will understand how we actually do this thing in coding, right? Like how to say what is public key, what is private key, how we will do that. That we are going to see. And we studied all of these things to learn about JSON Web Token, right? What we have talked about? JSON Web Token. So let's see how we are gonna do it. And what exactly is JWT? JWT. JWT stands for JSON Web Token. JSON Web Token. If you go to the website, the official website of JWT, that is jwt.io, this is the official website of JWT. So in that you will see something like that, and they are using RFC 7519 standard. What they are using? RFC 7519 standard. So if you see here, just start reading. Paste a JWT below that you would like to decode, validate, and verify. So a particular JWT has two things, right? A particular JWT has two things. First is a decoder header. Whenever you are making a JWT request, it has a header. What it has? It has a header. Second thing, it has a payload. Payload is actually your message. Payload is actually your message. And then at last, it has a JWT signature verification. For that, let me give you an example. What is this JWT signature? And what is the use case of it? Okay, so let's say this is me, and here it's my office. Here it is my office. And every single day on weekdays, I am traveling to my office from my home. Every single day, daily I am traveling. In between, there is a, in between, there is a, you can say any kind of shop. Let's say it's a juice shop. and a very famous juice shop. So I have to, I will stop at that shop. Summer season is going on here. So what I will do, daily I will stop at this juice shop to have some juice, and then I will leave for my office. This is my daily routine, Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday. Every single day I will do the same thing. So daily I was paying 50 rupees, like 50, 50, 50. Then one day I thought that I talked with my that shop person that we are daily, I'm coming here daily, right? I am coming here daily. Why don't you give me a subscription? Why don't you give me a subscription? Right? I will come here to have juice daily. Give me a monthly subscription so that daily don't have to pay. So what this person did, that the person said, okay, we will give you a subscription. So they gave me a subscription like that, okay, now pay us 20 rupees. Let's say 20 days, 1000 rupees. That do one thing, you can pay us 1000 rupees. You can pay us 1000 rupees and you can have juice for 1 month. 1 month, let's say from 12th March to 11th April. That is 1 month. So you can have juice anytime in this period. You can come any day, anytime, and you can have juice. You don't have to pay. So I thought, okay, 330 days I will have juice in the money of 20 rupees. 50 rupees per day means 1000 rupees for 20 days only. The shop owner got 1000 rupees in bulk and I got 10 days extra benefit. That is fine. So what I was doing there, I was going daily. They know my face. They gave me my favorite juice. I have that juice and left. Next day, I didn't went for 2 3 days. Weekend came, Holi came, so lot of holidays. So I didn't went. After that, I went again to the juice and I saw the person is changed now. The receptionist person is changed now. There is someone else. So I went there and the person asked me, who are you? I said, I have a subscription here. Give me my juice. He said, I don't know you. And there is no subscription also. There is no subscription because the previous person know me by my face. That okay, this person will come with ugly face. We have to give him juice. The person was giving the juice. Now person changed. Now person changed. Then so there should be something else. Then I said that do one thing. There will be a book. There will be a book. In that book, that last person has written my name with the payment amount. You just check it. So the person scrolled that notebook. He saw, okay, yes, your name is there and you can have juice. Okay, fine. Again, I started having juice. Now, let's say this is a very famous juice company. Very famous. They have their branches all over India. So let's say this is in Hyderabad. This is in Hyderabad. And this one is in Bangalore. This one is in Bangalore. So due to my some work reason, I have to travel to Bangalore for a 3 days trip. So what I did, I went to Bangalore and I saw the same coffee shop. And I decided, okay, let's have juice. My favorite juice company is here. I went to Bangalore. I went inside and I said, I have a subscription. Give me juice. He said, which subscription? I said, check your notebook. There will be a name written there. He scrolled the entire notebook and there is no name of my name. There is no subscription. There is no subscription. Wasted. Let's say I have spent my days from 20th March to 10th April in Bangalore only due to some work. My entire subscription wasted. My entire subscription wasted. I came back and I went to the normal juice shop and I talked to the manager. that yeah, your same juice company is there and I'm not able to have the juice. Or you can say Pizza Hut, you can say Domino's, like any subscription. So the owner said that we maintain the data in notebook. That's why like we don't have that communication with them. So then we both sit together and find a unique way. Now what this manager did, this manager said, okay, this time we will give you a voucher or let's say a card. So what they gave me a card that okay, whenever now we are giving you a card with your name is Shivam, with your age and with your time duration or validity till when it is valid. So it is valid till 10th April. It is valid till 10th April. Now you can show this card at any of our shop. They will give you the juice. Again, that idea worked. Again, I went to Bangalore and I had the same juice. I have shown this card. They checked the validity and they given. When I was in there, so the one person noticed me that I'm showing a card kind of thing and they are giving me free juice. So what he did, quickly clicked a picture of it, and hackers are everywhere. He printed a card like this. He printed a card like this. Now daily he was coming, having juice for free and go. The trick worked. He told the same trick to 10 of his friends that go to different shop, print a card like this, go and have unlimited juice. All of them was having unlimited juice. The juice company saw that 30 peoples are coming with card, but we have allotted only 10 cards. 20 peoples are having juice for free. There is some technical glitch. Now what they decided, that now the card will have a unique ID or a QR code or the manager's signature, so that we can verify that this is a actual card or not. So what they decided, they decided to add a signature kind of thing. Signature can be a QR code, it can be a unique ID which is available in database, or it can be any person's signature, let's say the manager's signature. So I am just taking one guess that this is something like this ID, right? This is something like this QR code. Now whichever card is having this QR code, and the person at the billing counter will scan this QR code, and this QR code should point to their website or their app or their system. Now this is genuine. So this signature is required for proper safety. Without the signature, anyone can print it, right? Without the signature, anyone can print a card and they can have free juice. Same thing is in the JSON web token and the security as well here. So whenever you are talking about JWT, it will have three things. First, it will have the header. In header, you will tell the algorithm that you are working on which algorithm. So the first, they are working by default, it is here HS256. They are working on HS256. Type is JWT. Then payload. Payload is actually the message. Payload is actually the message that you are sending or data that you are generating. At last, there is a signature. Read the signature. A string secret at least 256 bits long. That here in signature you have to write a string with at least 256 bits. 256 bits. Why 256 bits? Because it's a long number. You know, there are a lot of methods. I'll tell you one method. There is one, like you have not worked with hacking, so you don't know. There is one password guesser algorithm. There is one password guesser algorithm. Now you know what this algo will do. You give any ID to this algorithm. It has around 1 billion password stored. 100 crore password. What it will do? Within 10 seconds, it will test all those passwords. And 99% are the chances that you will get that password. Let's say you want to hack my Instagram, 99% chances are there that you can hack my password easily using this. Read about it, is available on internet everywhere. Uses is complex, by the way. Why only 10 second? But you know one thing, let's say I put a wrong password. Second time also I put a wrong password. Third time also I'm putting wrong password. Then that app will get locked for some time, right? That too many wrong password. Please try after 15 minutes. Then if you kept one more wrong password, then please try after 30 minutes. Time will keep on increasing every time. And this algorithm will test those 1 billion password within 10 seconds so that you don't have to worry. A lot of things are there. That's why you should maintain a string that to 256 bit long. It means that how many passwords will be there. You can't even calculate because 256 length means the password combination will be 1 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 4 multiply by 5 multiply by 6 7 8 9 10 till 256. So by the way, this is the factorial of 256. So we will check here that factorial of 256. So this is 8.10 to the power 506. Like there will be 506 digit. 506 digit. And that algorithm can only calculate till 100 crore. 100 crore means how many digits? 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore. Like 11 and 12 digits. And that will be having around 500 digits. Combination. Password combination. So that's why JSON Web Token works in this way. Now, how? Let me tell you. So I will zoom it a bit so that you can easily see. You can see this JSON header. Header, any algorithm you can use, right? Any. This is what you want to send. Let's say here I will send a some value. Okay, wait. Subject is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Name is John Doe. Admin is true. IAT is this value. Secret, here you have to write some secret value. And you know how this value will transfer now. Let's say you are writing a message inside this. How this message will go? This message will go in three values, and those values will be dot separated values like this. So you can see this first value. This is header. After dot, you can see the second value. This is payload or the data, by the way. And the third thing is secret key or the signature of manager or signature or QR code. So like this we have to do. Now tomorrow we will see that how we can apply JWT in Spring Boot. Right? How we can apply JWT in Spring Boot. Okay? Like time is not there now. That's why. Understood this encryption, decryption, plain text, ciphertext, right? Public key, private key, cryptography, right? Rest of the things we'll see tomorrow now. If you have any question in whatever we discussed today, you can go ahead and ask me. If you have any questions, just let me know. पूछो. क्या क्या? चेस गेम का एल्गोरिथम कैसे बनाते हैं? लगभग 1 लाख लाइन का कोड लिखना पड़ेगा बस. बस. कितने बॉक्स होते हैं चेस में? 64. मीन्स 8 by 8. How many possible combination will be there? Factorial of 64. Factorial of 64. That's it. In which two will be same. Like player A, player 2. Combination will be same. So you can divide that by 2. 64 factorial divided by 2. That is total possible combination that you can write. We got some questions here. Can you give me few tips on how to start to create documentation for any programming language, because it is long and sometimes we don't know where to start from? Upload a experience interview questions in full stack Java. Drawback of CSRF token. Drawback of CSRF token is sometimes it is like hectic for you also. Every time it will ask a new CSRF token. That's why we have disabled it. And that there is like not much drawback of Spring's default security. It is all correct up to the date. There is one that it doesn't support external authentication, like authentication using GitHub, authentication using Firebase or others. Right? Questions I will upload, of course. If you want to read the documentation, let's say I will pick the Java. So now first you have to go to any source, any particular source. Let's say you are going to ChatGPT, Perplexity, or any. So let's say we went to perplexity.ai. This is also like ChatGPT only. Here first you write this: generate in-depth syllabus for advanced Java. You can replace this advanced Java by any programming language or framework that you want. Now it will give you the answer in this way. First, you should copy paste the syllabus outside. Which security approach we need to implement in our project? See, if you are working with database or like those things, Spring Security is best. You can go with that. And if you want more higher security, zero auth is there that we will see. Zero auth. And for front end part, you can use any service provider, or you can build your own security. You can create your own systems, but that is generally very lengthy process and costly as well. For front end authentication, Firebase is good, and zero auth is all time favorite of everyone. Now this is the generated syllabus of for advanced Java. Now there is topic of JDBC drivers or simple JDBC. From here it is starting. RDBMS is a normal topic. JDBC is from advanced Java. So what you do is just write JDBC Java docs. JDBC Java docs, and you will see this particular part either from Oracle or Sun website or the Java website. So open it and just read this one. Or here you can open this API documentation. In that you will get link to go to other things. So don't read entire documentation, right? Don't read entire documentation, because there is no benefit of that. There is something as let, where, and const in JavaScript, right? Do we have something in Java? Let me tell you one thing that I can bet that most of you will don't know about it. Java online compiler will go there, and generally what we will do is we will say int a equals to 34 and we will print the value of a. I will say, love focus here, where c or where num equals to 34, where str equals to my name is Shivam. By the way, you can see the class and main method. This is Java. Then I will say system dot out dot print, and here you can print num like the way you have to print in Java. That's it. System dot out dot print, and here I will print str value, and we will run the code. When we are running the code, what output we are getting? 34 and my name is Shivam. Java is supporting where? Java is supporting where? In where you can store any kind of value. Int, float, char, double, boolean, anything. Why Java is supporting where? So whenever you are reading the entire documentation, then you will get to know these little things. Right? I have did this because thus now you know whatever course you are doing, it is a Java, core Java, advanced Java. Those who have some experience, there was a course SCJP. SCJP, Sun Certified Java Programmer. Sun Certified Java Programmer. Sun means the parent company of Java, Sun Microsystem. So there used to be a course or certification. You have to clear the test. And this is a very hard also. Like you know everything about Java. Now this is not there actually. Like Oracle closed this. Earlier it used to be Sun Certified Java Programmer. For unfortunately, when I started learning Java, it was closed at that time. We didn't had, but I got a book. Like not one book, there were three books. There were one book for core Java, one for advanced Java. Don't ask for those books, right? I will not share. One book for core Java, one for advanced Java, one for J2EE. One book especially for enterprise edition, like Jakarta package and all those. So three books are there, and these three books are required for the SCJP, Uncertified Java Programmer. Let me tell you the number of pages it is having around 1500. Sorry, it is having 2100. It is having 1500 pages, and this is also around 700. So, Sun Certified Java Programmer. Okay. So, you know, like here I have written a Java code with where, and where is storing int value, string value, boolean value. There are a lot of hidden things in Java, hidden. Now, how easy it will be to work with Java now? If we are able to use where here, no string, no int, whenever you are creating a table in database, where is all time favorite? No need, no, there is no need of data type clash. Sometimes React is sending data in a string, there you want int, or use where, no clash. There are lot of hidden things in Java, lot of. Fine guys, we'll connect again tomorrow discussing the JWT. Have a nice time everyone. Bye bye, take care. Interview questions I will upload whenever I'm getting time, for experience and for freshers both. Already one set I have already uploaded, one book and one the word file. I'll give more also. Okay, have a nice time. Bye bye, take care.